So you want to stay in Australia longer after your working holiday visa? Let's face it, who wouldn't? We have amazing beaches, weird animals, excellent parties, and of course, friendly locals that think that you are foreign and exotic. Now, there are so many options to stay in Australia. In fact, the Department of Home Affairs website has over 125 different visa options. It can be really confusing. So to make things simple, I'm going to give you the 5 most common visa types for you to stay in Australia. Now, if you like what you hear, come have a chat with us at Go Study Australia. We can give you free support and advice while you map out your journey and work out the best way for you to stay in Australia. Okay, let's talk about sponsorship. It's one of the most famous ways to stay in Australia and is officially called the 482 Skills Shortage Visa. Now, to generally get sponsored, there are a few requirements that you need to have. Number 1 is you actually need to find a company that's willing to sponsor you. That's generally the hardest part. Number 2 is you need to have about 2 years of experience in that job, sometimes more. Number 3 is you also need to have a general skill assessment to make sure you're qualified for that role. Number 4 is you can only work for the same company that's sponsoring. You can't go chopping and changing jobs throughout your sponsorship. And number 5 is you also need to have an English proficiency test. The level of English that you need will really depend on the job that you're getting sponsored for. So, when you're getting sponsored, the government will ask extensive questions about your background and the background of the company to make sure that the position is actually needed. The company will also need to prove that they can't find local talent in Australia and that's why they're sponsoring you. There's also minimum wages the company needs to pay, roughly starting at about $65,000, but it goes all the way up for higher level roles. So what's really important for you to know is there are actually 2 lengths of sponsorship. There's 2 years and there's 4 years. Now, the length of your sponsorship really depends on what list your sponsored job is on. The first list, which is 2 years, is on the short-term skills occupation list. And this includes things like marketing specialists, videographers, sports people, restaurant and hotel managers, journalists, interior designers, and also sales reps. Once you've had your 2-year sponsorship, it may be possible to get an extension and have another 2 years after your initial sponsorship. The next one is actually the 4-year sponsorship, and this is actually the medium to long-term skills occupation list. This is for more high-level and super technical skills like web developers and IT professionals, registered nurses, and also things like engineers. There's lots of different roles out there, so I really encourage you to have a chat with a registered migration agent first and decide which type of sponsored role you're going to be applying for. Now, obviously, most people want to try and get on the 4-year sponsorship list, as that will allow you to stay in Australia and then possibly apply for permanent residency afterwards if you meet the right conditions. Did you notice how all of these roles involve education? That's where Go Study comes in. If you need to study to meet the educational requirements for any of these sponsored roles, come have a chat to us and we can set you up with the right course in any institution around Australia. Now, your next option is the student visa. This is our speciality, as every year we help more than 4,000 students reach their goals in Australia, whether it be for professional development, migration outcomes, or just to stay in Australia a little bit longer. The student visa is awesome. It has so many benefits, and these include, number 1, there is no age limit. On a working holiday visa, your visa is valid up to the age of either 31 or 36. But on a student visa, there is no age limit. You can study all the way up to 40 or 50, as long as you can show you're a genuine student. Number 2 is, as on a student visa, you'll actually be allowed to work up to 40 hours per fortnight. And during your holidays, you'll be able to do unlimited hours of work. Go Study can actually help you maximize your holidays so you can maximize the amount that you're working while you're studying as well. Number 3, guys, is you can study for 1, 3, 5, 6 years. As long as you can show that you're on a genuine education pathway, you can remain on a student visa. Right, so if you're looking for a course that's flexible and will allow you to work as much as possible, or a really deep, engaging course to give you deep professional outcomes, we can find it for you. We have partnerships with over 250 colleges and universities, and we can set you up with anything from social media marketing to business management courses, sports and exercise, massage, you name it, we can help you out there. Number 5 is the price of the student visa. It's roughly about $600, so it's one of the cheapest visas out there. Number 6 is you can actually bring your partner on to your student visa application, and they can work 40 hours per fortnight. Now, the great thing is, if you are studying a master's degree, then your partner can work full-time with unrestricted work rights, which is a massive, massive benefit. And lastly, the student visa is a pathway to the post-study work visa, which can give you an additional 2 or 3 years to remain in Australia with unrestricted work rights. And we're going to talk a little bit about that real soon. If you're interested in studying on a student visa, contact us at GoStudy. We can set you up with any course you want in Australia. There are over 600,000 students studying in Australia right now because this is the best visa for them to be on. Okay, so I just mentioned the post-study work visa, and this is a really amazing visa that you can take on after you've completed your higher education studies in Australia. As a general rule, if you spend 2 years completing a bachelor degree or a master's degree in Australia, you'll have the opportunity to work with unrestricted work rights in Australia for either 2 years or 4 years. Now, this is great because it allows you the opportunity to find a company that will sponsor you, so you can work for them and prove their value before you ask for sponsorship. It's also used by a lot of people to get the necessary 2-year work experience that they need in order to meet the sponsorship requirements. Now, the post-study work visa in Australia is an amazing option, giving you the opportunity to work unrestricted in Australia for a number of years after you complete your studies. This visa costs around $1,500 and can take several months to process. But notice how this visa is also related to education. Again, if you are looking to study in Australia, contact us at GoStudy because we can help you find the right course to meet your goals. Okay, so the next option that I'm going to talk about is called the Skills Nominated Visa. This is a really interesting visa as you don't need sponsorship from a company. It's effectively a direct entry sponsored visa if you have certain skills. You can work anywhere in Australia on a skills nominated visa, and you can also bring certain members of your family on as well, so it's a really, really popular type of visa. It is more expensive. It's around $4,000 to get, and it can take up to 7 months to process, so it's a little bit tricky. Now, it is a very difficult visa to get because you need to be highly skilled and have a lot of work experience. But if you can meet those requirements, then you're good to go. In some cases, you may need to have some additional education, in which case, of course, you can always call GoStudy. Now, for this visa, you're going to need to meet what is called a points test. Every single job has a different level of points that you will need to reach in order for you to be eligible to even apply for the visa. The more in demand a job is, the more points you are going to need. And you will receive points for various characteristics about you and your personal situation. For instance, you can get points for being under 33, for moving to a regional area, and for having a certain level of English. There are many different elements that make up your points test, and again, you're going to need to have a chat with a migration agent. But overall, this visa is a great way for you to get entry if you are highly skilled and highly educated. I would strongly recommend you look into it. And lastly, let's talk about your opportunities with regional migrations. Now, Australia is a really big place, but most people tend to focus on living in the big cities like Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane. So because of that, both the federal and the state governments give really big incentives to anybody that wants to move to a regional area. And this is where we like to talk about regional migration. So there are lots of regional areas that you can move to in Australia that have great migration benefits. But some of the most popular areas that you might want to look at include Adelaide, all of Tasmania, Darwin in the Northern Territory, Geelong in Victoria, the Sunshine Coast and Noosa, which is beautiful beaches, Northern Queensland, which has tons of beaches, and even a place called Mandurah, which is only about 45 minutes out of Perth. So you can still live near a big city, but get the benefits of regional migration. Regional migration is a really popular option with a lot of internationals looking to move to Australia. Number one, there are lots of jobs. In fact, there are over 450 more job options in regional areas than non-regional areas. Number two, some states like Tasmania are entirely regional, so you can live anywhere and have these great migration options. Number three, you can actually get more points in your points test if you're moving to a regional area. And number four is you'll actually get priority in processing. So those long wait times of up to 7 months get cut right down. And lastly, in some regions like Tasmania, you can apply directly for permanent residency and not have to have a regional migration visa first of all. So if you're interested in regional migration, those are just a few great benefits, but there's even more because recently states like Western Australia, Northern Territory, and South Australia have added even more benefits to the regional migration opportunities. And that is anybody who studies at a higher education level in those states will actually get 1 more year of post-study work rights. So you can actually get 3 years instead of 2, which is awesome. Now, as we're specialists in education, I'm also really excited to tell you about a fantastic new pathway to permanent residency that is being rolled out in some states like Western Australia. In 2018, the Western Australian government launched a fantastic initiative giving graduates from Western Australian universities permanent residency options. This is called the Graduate Occupation List. Now, it's pretty awesome. Anybody who graduates from a Western Australian university at master's or higher education level is eligible for this pathway. You have to have a job offer from one of the lists on the Graduate Occupation Lists. You have to have completed a minimum of 2 years study, and you have to have proficient English. And what this actually allows you to do is go straight into permanent residency, which is fantastic. So of course, there's going to be some other things to determine your eligibility, but I highly encourage you to come and have a chat to a professional about these opportunities. And of course, at Go Study, we can set you up with the right course that will help you get there. So if you don't want to do your 88 days of farm work, come have a chat with us at Go Study and we will tell you about all of your options. We have offices all over Australia in Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Perth, and the Gold Coast, as well as all over Europe and Latin America. Our staff speak more than 5 languages, so if you're not comfortable in English, come have a chat with us anyway. Go Study is a free service, and we've been helping students and working holiday makers reach their dreams since 2007. So contact us today. You have absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain. Let us help you keep on enjoying Australia. It's what we do best.
See you down under!